thing. And I'm remembering my own situation. There was a time when I was handling a really large role, two banks where I was working with had a merger, and my role had really become elevated. It was a fantastic time career-wise. But my daughter was also like 6 months kind of a thing. And I was really struggling to find time with her. And I used to read a lot of books at time as well. And I had read about this thing, amazing concept called job sharing. So I was all set to go and talk to my, one up saying, hey, can we explore something like this? So can I job share with somebody who might be willing? So we are both saying we could, overlap on certain days and all this. So I had all this idea in my head.
Yeah.
But the country, and I was in India at that time, and definitely the organization was not ready for some of these kind of conversations, because it was just not there. The opportunities were not there, the thoughts were not there. But I think re-exploring some of these conversations now might be interesting.
Yeah, I love that. And I love what Aldi is doing. I think that involving men in the caregiving for kids is so important, not only for the men to have relationships with their kids, that are, deeper and more beautiful, but also that is such a great model for the future generations, right? How are we going to change and progress? I mean, right? Literally our children are our future. And so by letting them see that men are caregivers, that men are, part of the household, that they're not just, dad who goes off to work, that is what changes the future, right? That changes the future workforce, changes future leaders, changes future households. And that's really what makes that big impact that can offer those opportunities. Whether that's, fathers being able to participate, whether, having the workforce look different and home life look different for them, or whether it's job sharing, right? And having the workplace look different for women. I think the idea either way is the same, that the workplace needs to change, right? And to be more adaptive to the circumstances of people and their lives.
Mm-hmm. Sarah, in your work as well, and I see this when I work in D&I and all that, there's a lot of time, sometimes the focus is on corrective action. Oh, women need to go out there, women need to network, women need to do this. There are women leadership programs, and I see a benefit for all of it as well, because sometimes you need exclusive focus on a certain area to really work and let that area thrive. I do see that. And one of the things that we used to see here in Hong Kong is that you'd go for a lot of these events organized by women's organizations, and there would hardly be any men coming in. So during one such event, I had made a suggestion that I work solo. So there's literally nobody from my organization that I can get along, but I could bring a friend along, a male colleague along, a male friend that I have who's working in an organization along, to make a much more balanced view in these conversations, part of it. And similarly, people working in organizations, when they go for these events, not treat it as a women-only event, but take a male colleague along. So what do you see as, about the women leadership programs and all that? What is your experience?